What's going on, people? Not for the radio. Myself, Viz, Chams, Posty in the building. So it's finally here. Everyone's been on us for this one.
Yo.
The legend Koke is in the building.
In the building.
Hey, Koke, what's
Love,
happening,
my
man?
brother. Love, come
Welcome
on.
along.
Appreciate you lot having me.
As I said in the intro there, people have been requesting this for long.
I know, man.
Why now? Why are you on the show now?
Do you know what it is? Bro, I just didn't even want to do interviews for a while still. I just had enough of the whole industry and music for a while. And I just couldn't be bothered to answer everyone's questions anymore. But so obviously right now I've got some new music coming. I'm back in the game. So I thought I'd come and tell everyone about it, innit?
Okay.
Where did that energy come from though? Because I feel like as a fan, I can even just tell you don't care about music. well, now you're coming back, so we're gonna see the care again. But I just watching you, I just saw you just like not be interested anymore.
Yeah, you know what it is, bro. Like, obviously you all know how the industry goes. I literally just kind of lost the love for it a little bit. You get me? And,
Why do you think that is?
Just how everything turned out for me, like the whole situation, just how everybody was acting around me, how everyone changed back again, and then just going through all of those things, obviously the feds not letting me live, the whole thing, it just became more hassle than it was worth, you get me?
Yeah, no, of course. So let's go straight into it. So obviously, you're like the first kind of big street rapper to sign to Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone was excited about that because no one's ever been signed to Jay-Z, like
Of course.
the biggest rapper in the world. Tell us how that came about.
Basically, around that time, I was probably like one of the hottest man on the roads doing the thing for sure. Like, and yeah, they was over here looking for an English rapper. So when they've come over and they're asking around, obviously my name's the one that's popping up. And then yeah, it just kind of went from there, really.
So what happened in that first meeting? Because
Do you know what it was? It was a mad thing still, Carl. Obviously,
who was in it? Who was in it as well?
Nah, so originally, this is what happened. Because obviously around that time, there was bare labels onto me. I must have went to every label on Kensington High Road, every in and out, just talking to people, seeing what's going on and that. And then I kind of had a situation with like Naughty Boy and Ricky and that, like and Danny and Tim and all of them man there. And it was kind of like, I was supposed to sign a management deal with them man there, but Ricky was trying to do a dodgy thing with the publishing and that. Like he was trying to get my publishing early, but obviously he already knew that Sony was already looking to sign me, but he wasn't giving me this heads up at first, you get what I'm saying? But as I was going back and forth with him, Shabs popped up, like yo, and boom, 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 and then he came to me with
Let's
the Rock Nation
clarify
deal.
which Shabs, because there's two different Shabs.
Yeah, Shabs from Soul Solid.
Shabs.
Yeah.
So Shabs came round, started to manage you.
Well, basically, he's come to me and he's put the Rock Nation thing forward. I had a conversation with Tai on the phone and he was like, yo, like, just wait. Don't sign nothing. Wait till I come over and have a conversation with you. And then we just went from there, innit?
And after that, it was done. So obviously you're from the hood. Shams' hood. We'll get into that later.
Busy.
But so you're from the hood. Obviously, you sign a Rock Nation deal.
Yeah.
This was like, what, 5 years ago maybe?
Yeah, nah, maybe more. 11, innit? 010.
010, so what, 7 years ago, practically.
Late 010, innit? I signed like 2 days before Christmas in 010. But I didn't tell no one until afterwards, innit? Because I flew out to Toronto to go and do that thing. And then when I came back is when we told everyone, innit?
So let me know what was the vibe like with like your friends, your neighborhood, like the streets when you kind of announced that move?
It was crazy, bro. Yeah, it was crazy. It was just all love. But you know what it was for me? I grew up where no one didn't really care about, man. And now all of a sudden everybody cares about, man. It's like, okay, I kind of like this, but you know it's not real, innit? Majority of it, you get what I'm saying? And
what, your hood didn't care about you?
Nah, not my hood, but people in general.
Okay,
like,
I got you. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like now there's all this extra attention, but you know that it's because of other things, do you get what I'm saying?
You found it hard to deal with?
Yeah, 100%, because I know it's not real, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm glad you clarified that, because you and your brother was like the two popping white boys in the hood. Like everybody knew who you were. And
man was famous before music,
yeah, right.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, right. We had to get that straight across the board.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Okay. So did a meeting with Jay-Z ever happen? Did that ever happen? A conversation and stuff? And how did it go?
Basically, it was Tai, innit? Like, I was literally with Tai. He was the one that had man and held man down, you get what I'm saying? And then I met Jay-Z when they came over for the Watch the Throne tour.
Sick.
And that was the first time and only time I met him, do you get me?
So do you feel you got what you needed out of that deal?
Bro, to be fair, I felt like they could have done more for me at the time, do you get me? I just felt like, because there was nothing like me here before. No one didn't know what to do with me. They're from the States. They can't function with me over here. So I'm working with Sony, but they can't they can't market a gangster rapper. They don't even know how to deal with me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Was you hard to manage though at that time? Would you say
Bro,
as a personality?
I don't know. Possibly. Who knows? Do you get what I'm saying? And obviously, there's a lot of stigma around me and everything that man was involved in before. So it's probably a little bit difficult for things to happen. Do you get what I'm saying? Everyone's literally scared, like when they hear certain things until they meet me. Then they're like, "Raw, it's really a nice guy." Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Coke, we did obviously have quite a few conversations, you know, because there was a lot of people like trying to direct you in different directions because there was no one that was doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, well, what we need you to do is we need for you to fall in line
It was
with this.
literally-
We need you to do techno. We need you to do house.
Yeah,
we need you to do fun music. Stop doing what you're doing. How hard was it for you to kind of resist the urges to kind of flow in that direction?
Yeah, nah, to be fair, that was one of my biggest problems as well. Because, like, at that time, like, I remember when I first come up, no one were playing on the radio. Like, no road rappers were playing on radio. When I first came out, my Fire in the Booth was the first time I was on the radio. Literally. Do you get what I'm saying? So, no one weren't really feeling it. Do you get what I'm saying? Not feeling it, the road was, but the industry as a whole, they was not accepting it at all. They're not having none of it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Hard to break through into
Way
the
harder
media
than
at
it
that
is
time.
now.
Yeah,
It's more acceptable. Do you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
So how did that Fire in the Booth help your career? Because I know that you hit 1 million really quickly, and you was like the top watched
It's
Fire in
over
the Booth
10
for
now,
like
isn't it?
Yeah.
it was like 8 years running that
Yeah,
you was
yeah,
at the top of the
It
business.
literally it is what it is. It's there. Do you get what I'm saying? And it weren't thought about. Man just went in there, spat my hardest bars, and walked out of there. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Do you know what though? It was such a wave, yeah. I want to know what you was doing that day.
Bro.
Because you went in there on such
Do you
a
know what?
vibe.
If you
what
notice,
happened?
yeah?
What happened that day?
if you notice, I got a KFC cup in it.
Yeah,
bro, it's full with liquor because they wouldn't let me take my bottle in there, innit? So I just double JD, Coke, KFC, and then it was in there.
Do you
innit?
remember the day though? Talk us through the day. What
The
happened?
day chilling, studio, literally pick couple instrumentals I was gonna use, and that was it, bro. We just went there and just literally laid it down. It was fun, innit? It's my first time on like proper radio. Do you get what I'm saying? Man, just went there and had fun, bro. And you could tell, innit? Smiling all the way through it. Man's having fun. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it came out very, very authentic. Like, it just seemed like a good vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
After
Nah, it
that,
was-
you and Charlie were close, right? After
Yeah, of
that,
course.
did you start
Come on.
working? Was you
Obviously,
working together?
Charlie was the first DJ that endorsed man, literally. Do you know what I'm saying? And gave man that platform. So I always had that respect for him. But obviously, my Fire in the Booth also made his thing go a little bit to where it is now. And I'm sure he'd probably say the same thing. Do you know what I'm
mutual
saying?
respect,
Yeah,
of
no,
course.
most definitely. I wish I had that on my channel, Little Daily Duppy, but you get me.
Speaking of
we
platforms
do
like
All right, if
we needed this conversation still. You know?
Coke, speaking of the platforms and stuff, like
Yeah.
how much support do you feel like
Nah, the man
Posty
them
gave
always.
you?
Like, listen, I'll be honest here. The man them has always supported me down to GRM Daily, Link Up TV, SBTV. The only thing with me was everyone was doing these things, F64s and Daily Duppies and da-da-da. And I'm trying to separate myself from all of these people because I don't feel like I'm on the same wavelength as all of these people. Not in a disrespectful way, but I felt like where I come from, you get what I'm saying? I just didn't want to do what everyone else was doing, so I tended not to do that. And I just wanted to build my own platform and my own fan base, do you get what I'm saying?
Just going back to the radio thing, you did get played on radio though, actually.
Yeah, afterwards.
Yeah, after the
Yeah,
fire
after
in the
the
booth.
fire in the
I remember
booth,
that Nobody with Abel Miller.
Yeah, Nobody But Us.
Yeah. You had a couple tunes on radio.
I had
still, so the DJs were
listen, after
supporting.
the Fire in the Booth, they
That's
BBC
when.
endorsed, man. They
Got
was
you.
in, you get what I'm saying? But before that, it was not happening.
So you had a lot of
Literally.
eyes on you, obviously, when you got signed. The first, well, not the first actually, because there was a few people before, like Gigs and other people that had broken down the barriers as street rappers. But you was the first in a while to
Yeah.
get signed as a street rapper. So everyone had their eyes on you. Your first single was Lay Down Your Weapons.
Nah, turn back.
Turn Back, sorry.
Yeah.
And then you did Lay Down Your Weapons
Yeah.
with Rita Ora. Kind of like some people kind of didn't like the direction of that
Yeah,
tune
and
because of where you're coming
I
from.
love to talk about this as well because I didn't like the direction of the song. Do you get what I'm saying? And people don't even know. I wrote like that song 100 times. I wrote the song, they booked the video, but I didn't like what I wrote. So I wrote the song the day before we shot the video. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't like it. But when you got a man like Tai saying, yo, this is the one kid, and and then you got Shab saying the same thing, then you got BBC Radio 1 saying the same thing, but you know that it's not what I'm feeling, innit? And it took me ages to write that song, but I genuinely wasn't feeling it. But at the time, everyone made me feel like it made sense. You get what I'm saying? And maybe my own fault still, I should have stuck to my guns, but I just felt like, maybe it is the way forward, you get me?
Excuse the pun, I'm sure there. I think that one of the things that Posty's talking about is like, obviously, you know, as someone who people is thinking is the voice of the streets.
No, but
one of the
at the
voices
same
of the
time,
streets.
if you listen to that record and you listen to every word, I'm talking some real shit. Like, real shit. I mentioned Spider in there. I'm talking to the kids and I'm telling the youth, like, my perception not to follow this thing here. So, and I kind of done the same thing on Pure Coke Volume 1. Listen, little man, it's a similar tune. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't feel like it's not like I left the road and I'm saying, fuck you lot now.
So what do you think it was about that track then? Do you think it was more,
I think it
no
was more
disrespect to Rita,
No.
do you think it was more of a Rita thing?
Beat. I think it was more the beat, the choice of the beat, even the hook to an extent, lay down your weapons. I've just come out the jail for attempted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all mad. Like, now you lot got me singing lay down your weapons.
Yeah.
It was a bit cliche, you get me? And everybody was a bit threw off by it.
And
obviously,
did you grow up with Rita as well?
not grow up, but obviously she's from a similar area, not far away. And
so it kind of made sense.
Yeah, but obviously I was dealing with Rita before Rita blew up. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
I was going to get onto that. So how did your relationship with Rita progress? Like, obviously you did the track together. When you was working with her, like you said, she wasn't actually...
Yeah, but you lot have to remember, 3 months after I signed my deal, I went to prison. You get me? And I'm sitting down in prison for 8 months. And in that 8 months, do you know what happened? Everybody blew up. Not everybody, but Rita went clear. Even man like Wretch signed around the same time as me. Do you get what I'm saying? I remember sitting in my cell watching him on T4 and that, just killing it. I'm thinking, I should be out there. Do you get me?
Wasn't you wrongfully arrested at that?
Yeah, wrongfully arrested, of course. Of course, yeah.
What actually happened? What was you wrongly arrested for?
Wrongly arrested for attempted murder. They tried to accuse me of shooting some geezer in a train station in broad daylight. 3 months after signing a deal with Jay-Z, like, you get what I'm saying?
I mean, that wasn't the only time you've kind of been arrested or kind of...
No, well, obviously, you know that they've been hassling me the whole time. Do you get what I'm saying? Coming out of there, like, they stopped all my shows. Then I got nicked at my birthday that you was at.
I was at your birthday.
And they literally beat me down and then done me for assault. And I went jail for a week for that. And then I ended up getting a retrial and then I bust the case. Do you get me?
But like, how does that feel? Because obviously, for me being there at that scene, it's like you wasn't even there. You'd left.
It had nothing to do with me. But you literally saw what happened. Like, I've come out. Something's happened outside the club. I've walked back over, and the feds just come and rugby tackled me out of the way. But because it's my birthday and everyone's there for me, I've managed to. Everyone's telling me to run, and I'm like, run for what? I ain't even done nothing, but the feds are really on me, do you get me? So I've started jogging up the road, and I'm thinking, what the fuck am I even running for? Do you get what I'm saying? I stopped, next thing, gas, everything beat down. It was a mad thing, like.
All right, so the feds stopped you from performing at Wireless. Talk us through that day and how it happened.
Yes, obviously my birthday, I got nicked for, so literally I had Wireless the week after, innit? And it was like fucking Jay-Z, Rita, it was literally Rock Nation Day. I was supposed to be there, main stage, doing the whole thing after the year before I'd done the bandstand stage. And yeah, so that little situation there, literally the feds, the chief inspector of the police, he emailed the man personally that owns Live Nation, Personally, I got the email now, like, literally him saying, we don't want my man to perform, and rare. This, that, some rubbish excuse, and that was literally like the last straw for the label. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that, I'm having trouble as it is. Feds have banned me from performing in London. They're cutting me off all of these big major festivals. It just
is that what you think happened with the label at the end?
More or less. Like there's lots of factors to factor in. Do you get me? That like I wasn't happy with them as well. Like we're going through certain situations where I'm just not happy, and certain things are not getting done. Even down to lay down your weapons. It got to a stage where like they had no promo for me. Do you get what I'm saying? You lot all made me believe in this song, and now I'm out here promoting it by myself. So it's just like, it was just bare little funny things that just made it all go sour, do you get what I'm saying? And in the end, I was just like, I'm not even happy here anyway, do you get what I'm saying?
And at the time, wasn't really Instagram like that or Twitter like that. Well, Twitter was there, but...
Yeah, the good thing is that you did have your own fan base, and fan base, because you'd done a lot by yourself, like in isolation, because you weren't really a part of like what people would call the industry. You was just kind of doing your own thing, and your fan base was crazy. Very, very direct to you. So I think that carried you a lot.
No, 100%, obviously, and that's what it is, isn't it? Like that's literally exactly what it is. My fan base was my fan base. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why I tried to keep my own platforms and not try to do anything. So I know that whoever's coming over here, they're coming over here for me. Do you get what I'm saying?
The USG thing worked well though, man.
Yeah.
Your team. Talk to us about your team.
Yeah, Left, Squinch has been with me since the very beginning. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, I owe that guy everything as well. Because if it weren't for him, I probably wouldn't even be doing music, and that's real life. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
You recently signed in Poland. Was it Poland? The deal in Poland. How did that come about?
It was just a weird deal. Like, obviously, I've got a couple connections in Poland, you get what I'm saying? So we go over there and do certain things and that, but it's just a thing where it weren't like no major record deal, they're giving me advances to just go and do crazy stuff. It's just a thing where whenever I release something here, they get it and they push it for me label-wise, do you get what I'm saying? Make sure it goes to all the right places. I got a decent fan base in Poland as well, do you get what I'm saying?
That's one thing about you, that you've always, even in the earlier stages, you've had fan bases in different countries.
Toronto, big up everyone in Toronto. If you lot all know, because I noticed that everyone's starting to do this Canada thing now. Yeah, cool. I was doing that in 010, innit? Before everyone, just, you get what I'm saying? Genuinely. But when
you get stopped from going into...
Yeah, the second time. So, all right, bro, I don't even want to talk about that.
What happened there? So you got a fan base in Toronto.
All right, so listen.
How did you get a fan base and why have you got...
To see Toronto, the fans in Canada and Toronto, they've been following me since the very beginning. Click, clack. Are You Alone, fam? Like, literally, they've been on, man, since then. So you see, by the time 2010 come and I'm killing over here, I'm killing it over there as well. So that's why we ended up going to Toronto anyway. We just done this little thing, ended up going over there. So imagine now we've gone out there, me, Squenge and EXO, just the three of us, yeah? Bro, we must have landed at like 5 o'clock in the morning, bro. But when we've got there, none of the computers are working. Literally, none of the computers are working. So the man's pulled us in. He's like, yeah, what, have you lot been nicked before? Squinger said no. EXO said no. I don't want to lie to the man, you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know what to say to him. He's saying, don't lie to me. I said, yeah, I got nicked for a little bit of weed and that. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. He's like, cool. I had to pay him $200 and he let me through, do you get what I'm saying? So the next time I've gone back there now, I'm thinking, I'm straight, innit? I've got a visa. Bro, you see, by the time I got there, it was peak. Not having a bar of it, bro. He started bringing up the attempted murder case, everything. I'm telling the man I wasn't guilty. He's like, how do I know? I'm like, I'm here, innit? Like, if I was guilty, I wouldn't be here. Then he's telling me there's no smoke without fire. It was mental, bro.
Why do you think that, getting back to the point of like the police going so hard to kind of shut you down, why do you think that police go so hard when someone's obviously trying to make a transition and they kind of keep holding you back?
Bro, I genuinely couldn't answer that question.
Yeah.
I don't know what I've done to or who I've pissed off. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, man was a little fucker back in the day, but not to the extent that they're making it out to be or making me out to be. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I genuinely don't know what it is. Probably I was one of the first guys from the road though, because it's not a joke. Man's really from the road. Man's really was involved in certain things. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying?
We do need to talk about, like, we spoke about the energy when you got signed and when everything was going right. And obviously, kind of being from the same hood, like I saw like people feeling like there was hope and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Without trying to be demeaning or anything like that. But it was like, okay, we all have a chance. We've got a chance. And then there was a really heavy energy when everything started to go downhill. So it was like, I think that people don't realize the bigger picture. So when it's like, okay, the demise of you was also the demise of a lot of hope for a lot of people surrounding you.
No, I hear that still, like, but to be fair, like, I had a lot of, like people around me didn't know how to behave as well at certain stages, you get me, which also reflected on me in certain ways, you get what I'm saying? And yeah, it just is what it is though, do you know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about Are You Alone, fam? It's probably one of your biggest tunes, if not the biggest. How did that come about?
Basically, I'm sure everybody knows Spider now. He's still famous to this day. Everyone's still screaming fuck Spider everywhere I go. But basically, Spider was one of man's brethrens off the road and he was on stuff and that, and he just done the mad thing, innit? He literally informed on the whole hood, wrote a 4,000-page statement. They put in the papers that he was like the first black on black supergrass, and and it was that, but he's man's brethren and he's from man's hood, so man tried we had to shine a light on that, innit? Because we don't condone that, we're not from that, we're like, you get what I'm saying? So we had to make everybody know that that's not where we stand, and if that's what he's on, he can't come back here no more. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's the code of the road and that's what we grew up on, so And that's all that song was about. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think that a lot of people there in a lot of different areas, there are people that are informants, known informants or whatever. What was it specifically? Obviously, I know, but...
Well, obviously, that's what I'm saying. This was massive. It was a massive case. It was all over the newspapers. It was massive.
Why did this affect you, like everybody, so much?
Because he's from man's hood. He's man's brethren. So, and we're on the road doing the road thing. So that is obviously going to shine a light on, man. Do you get what I'm saying? People's going to think that that's what we're on, but it's not. Do you get what I'm saying? So I felt like I had to make that situation right. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what it was still.
So you've been killing it for a while now, obviously. With this new mixtape that's coming out, Pure Coke 4.
Volume 4, yeah.
Why is this the right time for you to come back in your
I'm just a little bit more comfortable now. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I went through everything, bro, literally, and just building myself back up again to just stand by myself again. Do you get what I'm saying?
Are you here to stay?
Yeah, definitely. For a while, I don't plan to rap forever, but while I'm here doing what I'm doing, I just plan to make the most of it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you feel the pressure though? Be honest, because volume 1 and 2 are classics.
Yeah, but
do you feel the pressure now?
This is a classic as well.
Okay.
100%.
100%.
That's why I called it Pure Coke Volume 4. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Because that's a little franchise.
Yeah, but this is like, it's a little bit more current now as well, because obviously music's changed a lot as well, so it's a little bit more current, but it's still old school Coke, it's still a bit of this and a bit of that. But I'm more talking about past experience than what I'm doing now, do you get what I'm saying? Because obviously it's not as bad as it was before, do you get what I'm saying?
With going back to kind of like you being on Rock Nation for that period of time and what you see now, so the endorsements from like US rappers and stuff, so, you know, like the Drakes, the ASAP Rockies and whoever else, T.I.'s done it, all of that kind of embrace in the UK. Is there any advice you would give to people in the scene having been in that situation before, or is it all good?
I don't know, bro. What do you want me to say, bruv?
Well, how do you see it? Because you were there. Like,
yeah, like, but I didn't.
6 years ago.
But I didn't really get that endorsement. Jay didn't really push the button on me. Do you get what I'm saying? Cooley signed, man, and that. But what was happening? I came out of jail and they done that big. What was it? They had that party in the park in Hackney, the Rock Nation party. He brought out everybody, every Rock Nation artist. I'm fresh out of jail, just signed to Rock Nation, biggest artist. Like, why am I not there? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so they didn't really push the button on me, whereas Drake's coming over and he's genuinely fucking with man. He's doing songs with man. He's putting man on. He's taking man on tour. Like, it's different. Do you get what I'm saying? My thing was it weren't like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let's talk about Dappy. Is there any friction there?
Bruv, listen, I'll be honest here. You know what that situation was, yeah? He mentioned me in one of his songs, yeah, that Tarzan only mixtape, I believe, is Geko, and it's all good love, innit? I spoke to him when I was in jail. So obviously, remember, I'm in jail, you know. I don't know what's happening with my deal when I come out, but I'm still trying to get on. So he's promising me dreams and that. When you get out, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. All right, cool, I'll see you when I get out. Bam, I get out. I'm onto him. It's like, he's fobbing me off. This, that. And then all of a sudden, he just messaged me out of the blue after he's gone and done songs with all these other people, like I'm back of the queue and that, and then now he wants to do a song. I just weren't feeling how he was dealing with me, do you get what I'm saying? So, but other than that, it's nothing more than that, do you get what I'm saying? And he apologised for that situation and it's cool, do you get what I'm saying? It's not even an issue.
Do you think that kind of, you see the way your upbringing is and the way you are as a person affects your ability to deal with situations like that?
Do you know what, yeah, because it probably would have worked in my benefit to do the song with him. Do you get me? And if I weren't so ignorant and rare, I probably would have gained a lot more than I'd gained from turning him down. Do you get what I'm saying? But my pride wouldn't let me do it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you are a person of your words.
Of course.
You can be a fucker, but when you do say something, you do genuinely mean it. And it's
100.
very rare that you'd promise something and not deliver on it.
Of course.
So sometimes, you know, if you
I just want people to deal with me in the same manner, do you get what I'm saying? And obviously he didn't do that, so.
But now you probably understand the industry and that politics sometimes take place.
100%. That's what I'm saying, there's not no feelings, you get what I'm saying? I'm not holding feelings, like, I see him, we're cool, innit?
Speaking of politics, there was a track that you did that I loved. I did love it. I think we went to the studio and you played it to me and I thought, this track's sick, I really like this. And you weren't you weren't going to release it because obviously you were still signed to Rock Nation. And it was a Jim Jones... It was track with Jim Jones.
And Wycliffe.
Yeah. And so what happened?
I've actually put it on Pure Coke Volume 4.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah, but I done that tune ages ago. But obviously because of the Rock Nation politics with Jim Jones and that, they kind of didn't want me to do that. And I was trying to preserve my relationship with them. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not going to Do you get me? If like I'm fucking with you now, I'm just gonna go and fuck with your enemies. Like I don't work like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So
no, of course. And now they're all friends.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like
always happens. I want to talk about this as sensitively as possible.
Yeah.
Shout out Geko. Obviously,
Geko.
he's going through a very hard and difficult time right now, and obviously, hope he definitely makes it out of that situation. Our prayers are with him, but he was once a part of USG.
Yeah.
How did that kind of come about? Because I saw your post on Instagram wishing him well and stuff, which I really take my hat off to you for doing.
Yeah.
But you also mentioned that, you know, like, no matter what you guys have been through, and obviously he's not a part of USG at the moment. How what happened with that?
All right, to be like, obviously, like, Geko's like my little brother, you know. We had him since he was literally, he's been sending me songs since he was 8 years old. Literally. One time he sent me a song of his little, like, about his little brother dying and this and that, and I really took to it. Then the next time he was just all over the thing, and I just see this little youth, he was super on stuff, you know, like, yeah, my YouTube's here, my Facebook's this, my that. I'm just like, yo, this youth's on stuff. Anyway, we brought him in and we had him from like, literally from he was like 12, 13, had him till he was like 15, 16, do you get me? And we put everything into the youth, do you get what I'm saying? While I'm running around doing my Rock Nation rounds, I'm plugging him. I'm taking this youth's records into Radio 1, do you get what I'm saying? He's got all my fans. I'm literally doing the whole thing for the guy. Cool, he's a little youth though, but he started talking behind man's back and going and like man weren't doing nothing for him, which kind of hurt my feelings, you get what I'm saying? So because of that, I kind of was just like, you know what, if you feel like you could do better without man, then just go and do your thing, innit? But and it was just that. So obviously I didn't appreciate how he dealt with man, but so I didn't speak to him. I haven't spoke to him until I heard what happened, innit? So I'm not gonna, it's not that deep, you get what I'm saying? Like if that kind of thing is gonna hear,
so it was you that said to him, do your own thing.
Yeah, you can't just, you get me, you can't treat the man them like that and then what? We're just cool now. You're gonna go and chat man behind man's back and we're just cool now. I don't run like that, bro. Especially after everything we did for you, do you know what I'm saying? So, and that's how our little situation ended up. But obviously I've heard what I've heard, and obviously he's still my little brother and it's still love no matter what, or no matter what happens. Man's got him if he needs man, do you get what I'm saying?
So you guys have spoken?
Yeah, I was talking to him last night on the phone for like a whole hour, do you get what I'm saying?
And what are your thoughts?
His head looks scrambled and it's the industry, because the way he's talking to me, I can feel that the industry's hurt him as a person, do you get what I'm saying? Like it's genuinely, and I'm worried about him a little bit, do you get what I'm saying? So, but God willing, he'll pull through, man.
Yeah, man. Prayers and thoughts to Geko.
He did post up saying that it was the industry and he was hurt because people were saying he was lying. Yeah, people were saying that he was, because he had a mini breakdown before. They were upset about that he's making stuff up. He doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if he stayed with us, he would have man would have guided him in the right direction. Whoever's holding him now, they're not looking after him. They have to remember he's a little youth, you know, he's a young youth, innit? Like he's dived straight into the thing, like. He needs guidance, you get what I'm saying? And I just feel like whoever's around him now is probably not giving him that. He seems lost to me, do you know what I'm saying? So obviously, but I'm here for him and I'm going to go and check him. Even if I have to go money, I'll go and check him just to make sure he's straight, do you know what I'm saying?
Do you think, like, for the fans and the legacy of USG, that you guys could possibly do something together?
100%. If he's down and he still wants to do music, I'll do it with him for sure.
I think that would be a good look.
No, I would, 100%. I'll do it with him.
2017.
Who else is on Volume 4?
All right. Volume 4, I got a song with my dog Camo from Toronto and Mano on there. I got a Jacka. You don't know about Jacka from Mob Figures West Side? He just died recently, not too long ago. Yeah. I got him on there. I got Joe Blow on there. And everyone else is just my people, innit? Like, I didn't reach out to no one that I don't really, just for the sake of reaching out, oh yeah, you lot are doing good now, you get what I'm saying? I just deal with relationships. If I fuck with you properly, then we can function, innit?
Can we talk about that? Because a lot of people will approach me, or they'll approach Critty, or Critical, and we're going to go to that in a second. And they'll be like, okay, we really want to work with Koke. And it's like they think that we're the only way in. They think that you're unapproachable.
No, I'm more than approachable. I'm genuinely a nice guy. Do you know what I'm saying? But people just choose not to, innit? And obviously, I just keep myself to myself because there's a lot of politics, there's a lot of rubbish going on. I can't be dealing with all of these fake relationships. Like, I'm a genuine person. I just want to deal with genuine people. Do you get what I'm saying?
But you haven't really tried to do any fake relationships either.
Yeah, because I can't. Fake just doesn't exist. Like,
in terms of, like, when I'm saying that, I don't mean every relationship's fake, but I just mean that you haven't extended yourself in terms of collabos, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Is that something you want? Is that something you will ever like kind of reach out to like other big rappers and do like some collabs for the fans and?
Yeah, like there's like man like Wretch. I think I reached out to Wretch, Kano. Like I talked to these guys innit, and hopefully one day we'll do something innit. But right now, I'm just trying to focus on doing my thing again. Do you get what I'm saying?
But
just like how I started. You know what I'm saying? Like.
But is there anyone that you would have thought, you know what, I would really have liked to have worked with them? I know you're...
I think me and Giggs probably would have been mad. You get what I'm saying? From a long time, but...
Why has that never happened? That's the one
bro,
that the streets
we've never
always
met.
said.
We've never crossed paths, literally. Me and Giggs have never crossed paths. Like, I only met him the other day when we was at the Drake thing. That's the only time I met Giggs. And the whole time we've been doing music, you get me? It's the only time we've come across each other.
Okay. Because that was the one in the streets for a long time. I'm like, what's going on? It makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Out of the new rappers, obviously there's a lot more street rappers in the game at the moment. Is there anybody that you're kind of feeling?
Bro, I'm not really pennying no one at the moment. A lot of people are doing really good stuff, do you get what I'm saying? I just don't know if a lot of people are really coming from the road though as well right now.
Can I ask you about the white rapper thing?
Yeah.
So yeah, it has to happen. It has to happen, and you're a real guy. So is it difficult to be a white rapper? Easier to be a white rapper? Is there benefits, or does it not even matter?
Innit? It's a bit of both. Sometimes some people might say I got benefits in it. Some people might say not.
How do you feel? Do you think it's benefited you in any way?
Yeah, probably, of course, because I'm really from the road. People are amazed. Like, is this guy really talking that? And then they do their homework. Is he really living that? Then they're even more amazed. Other than that, though.
And what about being a white rapper and the use of the word nigger? Because I know that's something that pops up.
I don't really throw that word around like that, do you get what I'm saying?
But what do you think about other white rappers that do?
Listen, I can't even comment. I don't know how everyone else feels about it. I got man in the hood that call me nigger all day long, you get what I'm saying? But other people, they all feel different about it. I tend not to cross that path too often because I don't, you know what I'm saying? People are touchy about it and I just don't want to get into that, you know what I'm saying?
Obviously, you got a massive fan base in
fan base, what's that?
Yeah, I don't give me a water now. You got a massive fan base in Cyprus, right? Is that where you're from?
That's where I'm from,
So do you embrace that? Do you feel you embrace that? Yeah, we were just talking
about that. I done a wine festival, like a Cypriot Greek thing, innit? I literally performed there just in front of thousands of Greek people. Literally.
Wait, not just...
With like the best Greek singer on, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's massive.
Okay.
No, most def. And obviously, I know we touched on it earlier, but you know, just because you grew up with Chams, you want to know a lot more about her. Because obviously, right,
Chams' gang
she's
still.
a polished business individual, but you know, she used to beat up some girls back in the day, wasn't she?
Nah, she used to beat up boys too.
Did she?
Yeah.
In what, like,
sorry, Chams.
What kind of age are we talking?
Nah, like high school and that.
Is it?
Yeah, gang. They used to call you Psycho, innit?
Oh, they used to call her Psycho.
That was her nickname.
I feel to go. There's no need for you to get this out. Oh, you promised, Koke. You promised.
You threw me under the bus.
Psycho is
You threw me under the bus, Cham.
Oh my days.
You worked early back in the day with Critical as well, right?
Yeah, of course.
So obviously Critical's doing this thing now. But
Yeah,
I think you was one of the first artists that you actually worked with.
Yeah,
he
definitely.
Talk to us about
Critical.
those days.
No, Critical's like my little brother as well. Like, I love Critical still. Obviously, there was a little stage where things got kind of sour, and I felt certain ways about certain things. You get what I'm saying? Like, I felt like he just kind of nudged man off a little bit. Do you get what I'm saying? But we had a talk, and he's still my little brother, still love, and he'll probably still do whatever I need him to do for me. So
what were some of the things that he was involved in with you, and what kind of things were
literally,
you working
Critical was with me every day, bro. Like, Critical was literally with me every day. Like, anything I needed done, boom, it's done. You get what I'm saying? And we literally just worked arm in arm like that. You know what I'm saying?
Got to work together again. It's time again.
100%. But obviously, Critical still does little bits and bobs for me here and there.
Wicked.
And when I need him, he's there. So that's all that really matters. You know what I'm saying?
So when obviously you was Big K Koke in like 2011.
Was Big K.
No, don't be
Safe,
like that.
Posty.
No, don't be like that. Don't
No
be like
daily
that.
duppy for you, dog.
I don't mean like that. Obviously, but I mean, like, freshly signed from, like, do you know what it is? Like, see now, yeah, if somebody gets signed to Rock Nation, you can kind of see that happening. Or, like, if somebody signs to OVO, you can kind of see that happening.
Yeah.
By the time, no one predicted that.
No
Do you know
way.
what I'm trying to say? So, obviously, I know you mentioned before about people changed up on you after the deal kind of didn't pan out exactly how you wanted to. Can you talk about that and how like?
It's not even specific. It's just little things. You get what I'm saying that you just notice. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's not even that deep. But like I said, I'm a real person. I deal with real situations. So if I'm seeing a man now, boom, 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 you used to deal with me a certain way. Then all of a sudden this situation comes. Now you start to deal with me different. All right, cool. I'm watching you now, innit? Then the situation turns sour. Then you start to change again, and I'm like, okay, cool. Then I just started to sit back and just watch everybody change around me, and just watch everybody fall off. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, and that was it, really, bro.
What about your personal relationship? Because you had a quite a public personal relationship with your partner.
Yeah.
It was quite public that both the relationship
Obviously, a
itself
grown
and the
man
breakup.
trying to do the right thing them day there, and that's what I'm saying. Like for me, things have changed. Like I've been through the industry, I've been doing this whole famous thing and what comes with it, and it's just not what I'm looking for in life. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm looking for something more real, and that's just what it is, bro.
Yeah, no, most definitely. What's the difference between USG and A-Team?
USG is literally me and Squinge and Lefty and my cousin. That's our record label, innit, that we think. A-Team is something that I built with my brethrens, Big French and Ems and the man them.
So you're in both.
But yeah, it's literally the same thing, innit?
Yeah.
But obviously, like I got my own little separate thing going in, like with artists that I sign. But I got my own thing with my brethrens as well that we do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's the wildest thing that you did back in the day, like?
Bro, what do you mean the wildest thing?
No, not in like the streets or nothing. Just like, you know, when you like was like transitioning and that. And he was just out here as the rapper, you know what I mean, having a good time.
Because there's too much stories and I just can't even say.
You don't really force relationships in terms of collaborations. A lot of people would have said at certain times you're supposed to collaborate with this person, that person, or you could have signed this deal, that record deal, whatever. And you don't really force the situation. What motivates you though? What's your main motivation since Volume 1, really? Is it to just be the best? Is it money? Is it...
I'm just trying to be as real as I can to myself, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? And as real as I can to my fans, bro. And that's all it is, bro. Like I said, I'm a genuine person and I'm looking for genuine things in life. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's just me. That's my principles. Do you get what I'm saying? Speaking
of your fans and your relationship with them, a lot of your fans kind of really identify with you because of a lot of the struggles you've been through and the way you're honest. Obviously, you have a lot of people that kind of reach out and they're like, okay, this is going on in my life. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a fucking agony aunt and that. You get me? You're sitting there answering all these questions, but I just give people the honest advice, what I genuinely think. I try not to do too much because you never know what you could make someone do. Do you get what I'm saying? But I just try and keep it honest with people, man. I always get back to fans. Like, I always take pictures. I never like think I'm too nice and that. I'm just... People meet me and they just say, yo, you're so down to earth. Do you get what I'm saying?
And what about like the people, like when people send you pictures? I know there's quite a few guys that have got your face on their legs, arms.
Yeah, nah, that's what I'm saying. My fans are mad. I don't even know, is there any other English rappers that happens for? Even Americans? Like literally face, like I've got over 100 fans that got something of me tatted on them. I've got them all on my Instagram, do you get what I'm saying?
And
but
do you ever
one thing I rated as well early, was the merchandise. You were shifting a lot of merch from early.
Yeah, no,
sorry.
Are you really sorry?
No, I am sorry. You know, I've always been on the merch thing. Go get
the NFTR.
So I've rated that for a long time.
Okay.
Go on, sorry to cut back
on. Your time.
See, I've lost my trail of thought now because of that. No, but do you ever worry about kind of having like a stand situation? Because obviously there's a specific type of fan that does attract to a rapper like you. Do you worry about stuff like that?
Listen, you see, when I met that guy for the first time that had the tattoo on my leg, I just genuinely didn't know what to say. Like, what do you say? Like, cool with it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's love, and I appreciate the love, but it's like, what do you say? Like, but I just, even for me, it meant more that my music touched this guy so much, and it meant so much to him that he had to go and do that. But it's not just him. There's hundreds of them, so...
Yeah, I've been out with you and it's been wild. I've got punched not punched. I've been, you know if anyone, but I've been.
You know if anyone punched Chams,
Shut up, psycho.
But shut up.
Psycho.
That was then. I'm a really nice person now. That's why I'm always smiling and embracing all of the comments on YouTube.
Until you piss her off, bro.
Yeah, and people have literally pushed out the way, like screaming to, like they need to get to you immediately, and it's like, wow, because they really need to get to you.
Yeah, nah, my fans are hardcore still. I got like a cult following. Like my fans are my fans. They don't even leave. Majority of my fans are still my fans now, even though I haven't released no music in so long. I still got bare fans.
Fans with you.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
I hear that.
So the new tape, when's it out?
It's on the 7th for the 7th, 17.
Is it out everywhere?
Yeah, all social, all digital platforms. I probably have hard copies coming like maybe 2 weeks into it.
Yeah, we can't wait to hear it, man.
Yeah,
So your Fire in the Booth is still the best.
I believe that my Fire in the Booth's the best. I genuinely do. No offense to anyone else, but it's been levels for how long now? Come on, man. People done all 3 and still can't reach the views. Do you get what I'm saying?
And I ask this because of the hiatus. Do you feel you're still top 5, top 3, top 1?
I'm always gonna believe I'm the best at what I do, innit?
Okay.
That's just growing up in Stonebridge. You have to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
And on this round, what can we expect from you that's different? Like what obviously we want consistency. We want you
do you know what it is as well? Do you know, like I said, like halfway through the whole music thing and the deals and whatnot, I genuinely lost love for music. Do you get me? After a while, it's just like I didn't really love it no more. Right now, it's like I found fun in it again. You get what I'm saying? So you're probably gonna hear that a lot more, like messing about, wordplay, flows, just games, innit? Having fun with it.
Yeah, because I don't
obviously
think
still real life music, but it's just fun now again. You get me?
people don't get to see that side of you because your music's very serious, but you are actually like you're a fun person.
I don't know.
Person that
I might try to do that a little bit more, bring out the funny side in my music. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know. I tend to write what I'm feeling majority of the time, and that's what it is.
You did it with Steph London recently, innit?
Yeah. Just before she popped, innit?
How did that come?
Yeah, do you know what it is? I had a producer that actually made the beat for that song, and I had the bars on it already, dying to get someone to do a hook for me. And obviously she was recording in that studio. She heard it and she was on it, innit? Just on it.
Yeah.
She's not the first person that you've kind of linked up with early either.
Nah, Emily Sunday before she blew up. Obviously Rita before she blew up. Lots of people. Naughty Boy. I've worked with lots of people, man.
What's your relationship like with Mashtown? Because you do a lot of music with them.
Yeah, man's been funksing with them since Pure Coke Volume 1, and we still do. Do you know what I'm saying? It's still love.
To be fair, the first time I actually heard about you, we was at your event, the football one. Remember?
Oh yeah, that was a gang event, bro.
It was gang
that was a gang event.
I was so broke and oblivious at the time. I didn't even realise it was a gang event. I was with bare black people.
Nah, it was a sick event still. That was like the first time I ever performed as well.
And it was hypo. He came up to me, he was like, because I was filming on the day, and he was like, yeah, K Coke's over there. Because all the time I used to just want to catch a freestyle from somebody. I was like, who's K Coke? He looked at me, he's like, you don't know who K Coke is? And he dragged me over there, and then you were spitting with G Fresh, and he didn't know who G Fresh was.
Yeah.
And then we put it online, and that just flew.
It went off, innit? Yeah. Hold tight, hypo though, man. He's always had man as well. Man's same thing, Mashtown, all of the man them over there. Do you get me? I remember that day clearly though.
Yeah,
man was on antics them days there.
Okay, I respect that. I was just trying to film a little freestyle. But
I remember man just walked over and just got involved in the freestyle, innit? Man was freestyling. I say, fuck that, man's getting involved in this. You get me? Like, K Coke, bro.
I didn't even realise. That was the day I knew.
You got mad. So I went to studio one time in Acton, Body. Do you know that?
Body.
So I went to the studio one time. I was trying to do my little DJ Khaled thing early. Big up G Fresh, Scorcher, Reps. They all came to the studio, and Body was like, nah, forget your thing. Listen to this guy. I remember just hearing that husky voice, the pain in your voice, and since then,
Body, you know.
Yeah, big up Body.
Yeah, man. That bro, I recorded Pure Coke Volume 1 in their studio.
Okay.
Chocolate Lab, innit?
Okay, Chocolate Lab.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Cool.
Thank you for joining us, man. Let's hope you don't go on a hiatus again, because you mean a lot to the rap game, and
I appreciate that,
You've definitely knocked down a lot of doors for people as well. I feel like you're one of the people that has knocked down some doors for rap, you know what I'm trying to say?
I appreciate that, man.
The motivational music as well.
Yeah, for sure. Come on, man.
Credit for that. I think you motivate a lot of people, man.
Yeah, man.
Can't wait to hear the new tape. It's been K Coke. This is Not For The Radio. Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to K Coke TV as well.
You gotta pay for that. Jay, cut that.
#NFTR.